It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll be watching Terry McLaurin as he's topped the 1,300-yard mark receiving on the year. It's the Commanders and the Cowboys, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
This building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up here in the booth. And Charles, for fans of defensive football, I don't think it gets any better than this. We get to see the league's best and second best defenses square off in a game where points probably figure to be at a premium.
But hits won't be at a premium, will they? Because these two units, they dole them out. And if each of them has their way, we'll take a 0-0 game into overtime, partner. Very rare to see either one of these defenses slip up more than a couple of times in a game. So when there's a mistake, if you're the opposing offense, you better take advantage and capitalize, because you won't get many shots at the end zone, many shots at kicking field. It's going to be a fun one.
All right, let's get you into the action here as we pick things up early in the first quarter. Dak going to start out going to the air. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a give here to Pollard. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are.
This defense very much with their backs against the wall now. Let's see how they defend this 1st and goal from the 2. Brissett now. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Commanders respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. That's just how... About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the jet sweep, this is Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
I think the reason that this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already. So he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The 71 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I like
a pretty big early test for the defense coming up. What can they dial up here to try and thwart this third down situation? Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Coming up here, this defense looking for a third down stop in the second quarter. On third down, Brissett. And he finds McLaurin. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. That third down conversion good for 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. From the 16, Brissett, middle of the field. He's got McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. In the second quarter and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly what was...
So it's third down, ball inside the red zone, and this defense looking to get the stop they need. Third and short yardage, Brissett. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, a 16-yard touchdown, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Now, these two teams, you might remember, met earlier in the year in Arlington with the Cowboys winning that ball game. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot. then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage, put the ball right on him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And some room to roam now. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, Prescott. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Yeah, their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tyron Johnson from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive. We drop you into the action here, neck and neck, tie game, 3rd quarter, 3rd down. Can this defense get the stop? Brissett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner.
Now it's Chris Boswell on for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. Well, there's two sides here. I guess you could pinpoint and look at the offense and say, oh, man, what a disaster. Hey, the defense, though, they came through.
Preparation's the key to everything, and when you're on the defensive side of the ball and in special teams meetings, you prepare for plays like this, and in this case, they were actually able.
A red zone situation forthcoming as this defense will need to step up here. 1st and 10, ball at the 19. Brissett on 1st down. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. He's having a big game through the air, and sometimes those smart decisions just dump it off. That's how you continue to have big games through the air.
I agree totally. That's a great analogy, a great way to put it, because he doesn't get too greedy where everything has to be pushed downfield, trying to create big plays that aren't there. You dump it off and take that nice gain, and things add up, and now you have the kind of game he's having.
And the throw here, that's complete. And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll throw again. Brissett. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, number 14 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Let's get back into the action. The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down now, this defense sort of finding themselves with their backs against the wall. Ball in the red zone. Here's a throw out line complete to his running back right side. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Washington on third down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Brissett. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Micah Parsons in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
Love the effort there. I mean, to get a field goal block in this situation because they knew what was going on. They give up those 3 points there. It's now a 2-possession game.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion here in the second half, doesn't it?
It really does, and now you give your team a more than a fighting chance and a little momentum. Terrific job by them setting the tone and picking up their defense.
All right, this offense has made its way into the red zone as they're set up with a 1st and 10 just inside the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Cowboys take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. On 1st and 10, Brissett. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Second down and a run by Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Brissett. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Osa Odighizuwa in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at about the 28. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Cowboys. 72 yards on the punt return. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And how about that play right there? 4th quarter, tie game, both sides trying to figure out who's going to make the big play. We just saw it right there in front of us. That's a monster return.
Indeed, breaking that tie with an exclamation. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better... On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Well, mistake there by the offense, Charles. They tried to pick on a Pro Bowl corner in coverage there, and not the smartest decision. He reminded him that he was a Pro Bowl corner with not only the pick, but the pick six.
And those guys who have that designation, sometimes they get a little bit bored in games because people...
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on fourth.
Hey, check. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey, kill.
Now Brissett on fourth down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Well, they get... Prescott here to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review
So
of the
the
play,
officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Play action now, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Here's Prescott. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! Tyron Johnson, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Cowboys are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And this win now going to look a little more lopsided on the scoreboard, CD. Now, some may have run out the clock in that scenario, but they wanted to put their foot on the gas, get one more touchdown, and they did just that.
Well, partner, I would say the traditionalists not overly excited about that score. They'd like to see the game played a little bit differently. But what you can't argue with is their execution of that play, because it played out exactly as it was drawn up. It almost would have been a shame not to finish with such a well-run play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Washington offense going back to work. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Brissett sets to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.